Hey, what's up guys? Today we are making buffalo chicken sliders. This is the ultimate party food, perfect for game day. It's nice and spicy. Everybody loves this. And it's easy to make a lot of it ahead, to prep ahead, so you're gonna love it. Let me show you how to make it. All right, my friends, buffalo chicken sliders. So my recipe on the website and in the cookbook calls for pre-shredded cooked chicken, 24 ounces. And a lot of people would buy like a rotisserie chicken and just shred the chicken and use it that way. And it's great for leftover chicken. But I'm gonna go ahead and do an extra step for this recipe here and show you how to make some really quick and easy shredded chicken at home that has actual flavor. Because a lot of people will simply simmer their chicken in water until it gets tender and shred it. But that adds no flavor to it. And I've been to restaurants, even Mexican restaurants, where I'm like, why does this chicken have zero flavor, man? So we're gonna add some flavor to our chicken. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and heat a pot up to a good medium to medium high heat, because we're gonna get a little bit of a sear on some chicken. And it's getting hot here. So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. Gonna let that warm up a bit. And I have a couple pounds of chicken because we're gonna, end of day, we're gonna need about 3 cups or 1.5 pounds of chicken. So this will shrink a little bit. And I'm using chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are awesome for making shredded chicken because it's nice and it has a good fat content. It'll result in like more moist chicken, just more delicious flavor. And I seasoned the chicken thighs. You can use your preferred seasonings, but I did salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little bit of chili flake for myself. So I just want to get like a sear, just a couple minutes per side. All right, go ahead and flip the chicken here. Gonna keep cooking it off for just a couple minutes per side. All right, got my chicken slightly seared here. And next what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some stock to it. I'm gonna use bouillon, and I'm using Knorr bouillon, which I love Knorr. Just, the stuff is amazing. Always big flavor additions to your food. But go ahead and use chicken stock. Chicken stock is better than just water because you're gonna get more flavor. And I'm just gonna add enough water to partially cover this here. So about a cup or so, just depends on the pot you're using. So now I'm gonna reduce the heat and I'm gonna cover, but we're not gonna cover completely. I'm just gonna kind of like keep it partially skewed so a little bit of steam can escape. And we're gonna simmer it nice and low and slow for about 15 minutes or so until the chicken cooks through, and then we'll shred it up. All right, it's been about 15 minutes and it's like the chicken looks good here. So next thing we gotta do is I'm gonna remove from heat and we're gonna put the chicken into a bowl for shredding. All right, let me get this moved over so we can start shredding. All right, everything's moved to a bowl here. And now, so just go ahead and shred it with a couple of forks. Very easy to shred the chicken now that it's all cooked through. And you can use chicken breast for this recipe. It works great, but I like chicken thighs or a mix of chicken thigh and breast, because with the chicken thighs, you'll get more of the moisture from the fat content from the chicken thigh. Also really quick, I like to save the poaching liquid from the chicken. It's basically a good stock. Lots of flavor in here, and I like to freeze it and use it later for making soups or stews. Just cook it all together with some delicious stuff and add extra flavor. All right, my chicken is shredded up here. Let me give it a little taste here. Oh yeah, I mean, it's already delicious. All right, next up here is we're gonna add our sauces. And I have a blue cheese dressing. We're gonna add 1/2 cup. And if you're interested, I actually have a recipe on the website for how to make your own. But for quick and ease sake, you just buy a bottle. It's about 1/2 cup. And you can add a little more if you want. And a buffalo sauce. So you can buy your favorite brand of buffalo sauce, and there's definitely some good ones out there. I love to make my own homemade. And I also have it in the cookbook on the website and also here on YouTube. So it's really whatever format you prefer to learn certain recipes. But this is my personal blend. And we're gonna use a cup. I make this a lot at home because we just like to use it a lot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mix it together. And definitely add salt if you need it, but I added salt to my buffalo sauce. So it's one of those things you just taste and adjust if you need salt. But get it all mixed together. Like so. Patty always makes fun of me for saying like so. It's just something I say.
A lot. A lot.
What am I supposed to say? Like this? Do it like this. Come on. She's laughing at me. I'm gonna tell everybody that you're laughing at me.
You just did.
Leave me alone, man. All right, here we go. Buffalo chicken. Dude, seriously, this stuff is amazing by itself. So even if you didn't make buffalo chicken sliders, you could make yourself a large buffalo chicken sandwich at this point. You can make a buffalo chicken wrap. Lettuce wrap would be delicious, nice appetizers. You can even freeze this for later or make it big batch. But today, this is party food, guys, so let me get my slider station ready. Seriously, the funny squishy sounds of chicken. I'm just driving Patty crazy right now. All right, got my station set up. So the recipe calls for 12 sliders. I've got 12 slider buns here set onto a lined baking sheet. And this is one of those recipes that's really easy to make ahead, at least the components. So I shredded my cheese last night. You can make this ahead of time. You can shred the chicken ahead, or even make this whole mix ahead and just keep it in the fridge for 1 to 2 days covered. And then the day of your party, you can just assemble it and bake it. Love that it's make ahead, very easy to make. So I have my sliders here. So go ahead and remove the tops of your slider buns. All right, got this all ready. First up here is some shredded cheese. The recipe calls for 2 to 3 cups of shredded cheese. You can use mozzarella cheese. I like pepper jack cheese or Monterey Jack cheese. It's really like any kind of melty cheese that you want to use, or a good mix. And 2 to 3 cups. Obviously, it just depends on how cheesy you want it to be. All right, got some cheese down here. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some chicken. Gonna divide it up between our sliders. Dude. All right, chicken is loaded up. And next we're gonna go ahead and top with the remaining cheese. So make sure you have enough cheese. Extra cheese. I like lots of cheese. You don't have to go so heavy on the cheese if you don't want to. Just depends on who's eating it, their preferences. All right, so go ahead and top these guys off with the tops of your slider buns. All right, next, tops are all on. We're gonna brush with some melted butter, like so. I'm getting grief today. Extra buttery goodness. Get a little color on there, flavor. All right, got the buns all buttered. Come on. All right, I got the buns buttered. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of chili flakes over the top. You can do like maybe a little flaky salt if you want. I love the chili flakes. It adds a nice color, a little pop of spiciness, and the butter helps it stick. And I'm gonna go ahead and bake this for 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or close to 175 C, just to really melt the cheeses through. And then slider time. All right, here we go, my friends. Buffalo chicken sliders, super easy, right? 10 minutes to bake, done. I swear, serve these at your next party and everybody will love you deeply. It's time for a taste, best part of the day. Hey guys, also just so you know, this recipe is in my new cookbook, Flavor Madness. I hope you will check it out and I appreciate your support. And look at that, looks exactly like it. Hey guys, extra spicy tip. If you'd like to make it a little extra spicy, you can add a little bit of hot sauce to your overall mixture, nice spicy hot sauce, or make your own buffalo sauce from scratch, starting with a really nice and spicy hot sauce, and you can really get some extra zing. Oh yeah. Seriously, cheesy buffalo goodness. And it's a little messy. Yeah. Party favorite. That's it, guys. That is how you make party favorite buffalo chicken sliders. I'd really love to hear what you think of the recipe in the comments below. And I hope you'll check out my cookbook and definitely check out chilipeppermadness.com. Got over 1,000 spicy recipes waiting for you there. So, hey, I'll see you in the kitchen next time. Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. Bye.